So this particular lesson learned seems to be, I think, because the footage was filmed in 2.7K, that when it got compiled or exported and stuff like that from like the Photos app, that it actually kind of messed some stuff up. But this is basically what happened. So I'm gonna hit play. You're gonna see the snowblower moving. There should be sound, and then all of a sudden the it'll just become locked on one frame, but you'll still hear the sound as if it keeps going. So yeah, I just paused it, but basically it's almost like it must have had trouble trying to shrink that particular section down quality wise, I think. And then because of these little stoppages, I was able to make 2 different exports before something happens and Photos just crashed and I basically lost the project. So luckily between the 2, I'm hoping I can edit the 2 out. That way we can get this done about right. So right now I'm just going to back this up to just before that hits, hopefully. You can use the J and L keys to like rapidly move forward. But I should be able to see this. So this is at 2:49:20 was when this died, and then we'll split that right here. Then in the other one, we'll split that one at 2:49:20 as well. Because I get the feeling this one worked. Son of a... It's round 2. It's round 2. Oh, yeah, you gotta not be a dummy and not load all of the same movie in. Round 2. Round 2. Yep, that's a whoops. I'm gonna remove this one. I think. If it'll let me. Oh. That was unexpected. So this tip kind of goes into why it's good to watch your videos whenever they get done compiling or exporting and stuff. And what basically happened with this particular video is that it ran more or less overnight. Like got pretty close to getting it done, and then went to, I'm going to go to bed, and then just let this sit and hit finish video on it, and then it was working pretty slow, and then when I got up in the morning it was done. And then as I was watching it, there was times where it would play a little bit and then kind of freeze up. So like these videos over here should kind of show that. So it's playing sound, which you can't hear, I think due to one of the limitations of the using PowerPoint as a screen capture. But basically on each video it played for so long and then froze. And then it froze in a strange way. So like this one, I'm still actually snow blowing on the sidewalk and should look like this. But of course, instead, this for some reason skips back to one of the earlier frames or one of the future frames. But the big thing that I was running into was that it happened multiple times, and I was lucky that I was able to make a second video. So I've got 2 videos loaded in here. The first one, then it exported properly, and then the second one that I did as a quick emergency one to see if it worked better. And the neat thing is that where it did mess up is different on both of them. And I think the problem is due to the filming was in 27K, but whenever you export, the highest level of this that the Photos app can export is 1080p, and because it messed up in different spots, that's where I'm thinking that the problem probably lies in the photos and how it compiles it and then creates the final video when it's downgrading the video from a higher quality. But I was able to fix it between these two videos. The nice thing is that I tried it a third time and even named it The Definition of Insanity. And in the middle of that one, it crashed. And so I lost the entire project at the time. So luckily I was able to take these, and you can see the names would jump between the snowblowing tips and the snowblowing tips round 2. And I was able to set the times exactly the same, because they're exactly the same movie, they're exactly the same length, and the frames even matched up, everything. So it worked out pretty good. So essentially I now have the good set of movies, and then I have the the broken set of movies. So, but this worked out pretty good. I have it edited out now, and we should be good to go. But it's just going to be one of those things that I'm going to have to keep an eye on this and maybe really start looking into a different video editing software. But it's one of those reasons to always check your stuff, because this is a fairly long video at about 12 minutes, and it would have been not ideal to have actually uploaded this to YouTube, just to have sat and watched it on YouTube and been like, oh no, something's going wrong, because then I wouldn't have had the chance to try and make a second video, or even the third that wound up failing. But that's how life goes. So, but all in all, another lesson learned.